Alrighty, partners, we are setting up our third mission. We're actually going to land there as promised. So, just on a side note, I made a reference over there to the airplanes, and turns out that the G4 that we shot down, there it is the Super Gallop. That this guy looks like. It's a pretty cool little airplane. Uh, it was like this, and it looks a lot like the L-39. It's and just as I suspected, it's a light attack airplane, and it excels at the gas roll. So this is just something to note. So the Serbs operate those G4, so we might expect to see more in this area. Now, as far as avionics and guns, it's pretty much, yeah, they have a 23 cal gun. Um, I don't know what they can carry. It doesn't matter too much. Armament, yeah, they pretty much can. They have 400 points in total, and they can carry 2 tons of bombs and rockets. They're also armed with the R-60 AFIT close range missile. So it's just on a side note. Uh, Now back to the mission in hand. Doing this close air support mission. I've noted here uh, two major locations of enemy troops concentration. Those are steers 5 and 6. Those troops are in close proximity of friendlies, and friendlies are probably being engaged there. So high priority targets. We also have on this borderline there some more troops pouring into Albania. We want to make sure we interdict those as well. So I'm launching our flight of Hornets just to take care of those newcomers over there across the border. And yet another Hornet flight, which is going to be operating partly in my area over here to the east, and a little bit to the north over here on the border. We also have another flight interdicting these northern troops. Those shouldn't be too much of a trouble because they're an engineer battalion, undoubtedly setting up minefields and rigging stuff up. We're gonna hear a word probably from our friendlies on the ground what those guys are up to, if they have any idea. But nevertheless, tier 5 is marked as target tier, and any enemies we have over here are might be considered hostile. So this is pretty much it. Just let me take a quick look at this little town here. Uh, this is yeah, this is Shkodër city or town. I would say city. Yeah, it's a big city. Uh, it's definitely one of our waypoints as far as ground movement. And remember, the plan of action is go through Shkodër and go north, cross this border, secure this border area here, and then continue the movement on the Montenegro here roads north, and then go into Serbia right over here. And another line of advance is going to be straight north over here of Albania, and straight into Serbia. Once those guys are dealt with here, straight into Serbia, so we can squeeze in a pincer maneuver those troops here, the southern Serb emplacements, southern Serb positions. So we're gonna flank those guys up, take care of them, and then continue north with the urban area, and ultimately Belgrade. We have a couple of, actually not a couple, we have several strategic positions and strategic towns that we have to take according to the book in order to win this campaign. So they are right over here, this urbanized area uh, um, to the north. All of them are there. So basically, if we get there, we've pretty much won the campaign. And if we take Belgrade here, this cluster of factories over here, that's Belgrade. If we take Belgrade, we're going to have a pretty good foothold in order to secure the nearby villages and objectives. So this is pretty much a quick layout for the missions ahead of the 87th Fighter Squadron. So let's get this thing going. Oh, and one last thing to load out. Now, funny enough, the Hornet's actually pretty well. It's not limited, but uh, you know the the Viper can actually carry more weapons. And this can carry more Mavericks. So you can load up. Although a little bit unrealistic, you can load up 8 Mavericks on the Falcon, and in comparison to the Hornet, on the Hornet you can actually load 4. Those are single Mavericks per pylon, and you lose your wing tank capabilities. So I tried to divert from this route, and instead I took 4 GBU-12s. I loaded up the TGP pod, of course. It's asymmetrical load over here on the left hip, and 2 wing tanks, just just in case, and also centerline snake eye. This is gonna be my loadout. Free fall munitions exclusively. We're flying Cat 3, of course, and we're taking full load of fuel, 16.7 pounds roughly. Yeah, we're gonna be pretty heavy going in. We're also gonna have we're not gonna have too much of air cover exactly in this area. Actually, I have one flight over there of Eagles, and then we have some Viper flights on their way. But this is pretty much it. This is pretty much all we're gonna get as far as self-defense goes. We have 1 slammer on board. We have 2 heaters. So symmetrical loadout between me and my wingman, and this is pretty much the way to go for this mission. Now let's see how this one goes, folks. Alright guys, just a quick update on that briefing we made literally at the last minute. We had some development over here, and ground troops are actually transmitting codes for close air support, particularly in this sector over here. So we are switching loadouts just a little bit in rerouting the mission. So I'm taking a little bit more bombs, so we're expecting their heavy enemy presence. So I'm taking 4 GBU-12s, actually 8 GBU-12s in total. Still carrying the 9 mics and the Bravo Slammers, just in case. Okay, so this is it, and I've switched from wing tanks to one centerline 450 US gallon center tank. This is it, and I also switched our flights around a little bit. These guys are going to be focusing over here on their border stations, and these guys are going to be working in our area. So I want to increase blue air presence right over here. So we're getting distress calls, and I want to make sure I address those with the greatest bit of urgency. Okay, let's get into the air. Alright, there we go. We just had a prowler launch just ahead of us. So it's gonna it's gonna be a busy day. Alright, so no delay here. Checks are complete. Throttle goes to mil power and we go. Okay, so the afterburner, there goes the launch. We have back pressure here, it goes up. We have positive attitude, then don't touch the jet too much, just let the speed build up there. And we have good speed, flaps are retracting. And there we go, number 2 lines up for his launch. We're doing left turn here, nice and easy, still climbing. And we're inbound steer 5. Put dolly up, it's just a haste there to get everybody airborne. And there we go, 2's airborne. In order to arrive at target. Yeah, it's pretty, it's fairly
2 airborne.
So further troops might be getting overrun there, so to make sure we get there as quickly as possible. I'm gonna try to stay nice and easy on fuel consumption, so we can have some target time there, and also doing my checks right off.
Sting 3-2, resume on navigation.
Sting 3-1, Chalice 1, picture clear.
And we actually have 14 for tower, so I didn't have tower up to this point. I set it up for uniform 1, but Victor 1-4 apparently picks tower up. Okay, so the prowlers are after their targets. Let's get one picture real quick there.
Sting 3-1, Chalice 1, picture clear.
That's a nice and clear picture. Let's set stuff up so we don't have to mess with it once we're over the target. We're doing one pose 45 angle. I don't think so. Yeah, I'm keeping it nice. Release angle. Set this thing up for 0. Actually, only one take 0. Alright, so I'm gonna set this thing for 5. We're doing 6 seconds. Arm and delay. We look good there. And we have some bingo to set up. I'm gonna set this thing accordingly to the fuel consumption of the hoarding. And also auto lace and combat mode for the laser also come on. Right now, we're passing well as far as the ground campaign goes. We want to defend our position, establish good ground positions in preparation for moving north. We are sticking at this point to my initial plan to do this two-prong advance, one to the northwest and one to the north across the Albanian border. So we are pivotal elements in pursuit of this plan.
Sting 3-1, Chalice 1, pictures multiple groups. Nearest bandit bearing 360, 40 miles. 2, in position.
Okay, 360. That's straight north. So those guys, they could be doing these cap stations right at the shoreline, because they know that's exactly where we're gonna come from. So I'm gonna keep my eyes open there for some bogeys. It's a constantly changing environment there. I want to make sure I pick up Yeah, all stores, and we also have not by mode, everything smooth, everything engages. We have a nice and working equipment. Uh, I got one slammer, and I also know two guys also has one slammer on board. So those are purely self-defense measures. We have now, as far as I know, Tomcats are escorting the high-value assets. So at this point, it's safe to say that we won't have full reliance on the Tomcats for air-to-air cover. But we also have some Vipers flying our way from the west, from the Italian peninsula, from bases in southern Italy. So we can revert back to those guys.
Sting 3-1, Chalice 1, contact is friendly.
Okay, there we go. We have two friendlies. I'm not sure actually what those types are. 3,000, those could be Warhawks just hung in the ground there.
Sting 3-1, Chalice 1, contact is friendly.
Okay, all families there. Northbound. This is good. I hope those are fighters, so they can actually sweep this airspace.
Sting 3, Chalice 1, be advised, hostiles bearing 355, 35 miles, 3,000.
Alrighty, 35
Sting
miles.
3-1, Chalice 1, pictures multiple groups. Nearest bandit bearing 355, 35 miles, 2,000.
2,000, those guys are low, so I'm kind of wondering those, if those border guys are actually up to something. They could be up to something. They could be coordinating with air assets. I thought I saw a 29 there. Just want to make sure we don't get surprised.
Chaff,
Sting
flare.
3-1, Chalice 1, pictures multiple groups. Nearest
Chaff,
bandit
flare.
bearing 345, 30 miles.
Yeah, 30 miles is 29, sure enough. Probably those are the close bandits. I'm gonna do this just to get closer to Greek airspace, just in case we're pursued. So I'm gonna make this nice arc here. It's a little detour.
Sting 3, Chalice 1, be advised, hostiles bearing 340, 30 miles.
30 miles. Hopefully those are the 29s. 29 nails. And you just this is what the actual this is what the actual actions would be on those kinds of missions. Again, don't go after any spike you see on the RWR. For example, you see a bandit and you're in air-to-air config and you're away from your station. Just don't go engaging it and disregarding your mission and everything else. Do not chase contacts around, because very frequently bandits are gonna pop up. They're gonna start paying you with their radar just to accomplish a certain kind of objective. For example, they may have to ping you.
Sting 3, Chalice 1, be advised, hostiles bearing 340, 40 miles.
Just to make it go a certain direction. They might have no intention whatsoever at shooting at you. Just they're gonna pay you just to do something else. I've heard that the 29 type of radar, the MiG-29 type radars, the radars that are mounted on MiG-29s and Su-27s, they can actually simulate launches of semi-active radar homing missiles. So they can actually do this tactic. I don't know if that's simulated here in Falcon, but it certainly is simulated for ground-based FCRs, the SA-2, SAM Raiders and stuff. They can actually simulate launches. They're not actually launching a missile, but they're just playing with their pulse modulation frequencies, and this way you're getting indication that you're getting shot at, but you're actually not getting shot at. So this is a tactic they would definitely do. I don't know if bandits can do that here at Falcon. They certainly can in real life. So it's not necessarily that you will get engaged when you get nails, bandit nails on your raw, but they may be up to something completely different, some kind of coordinated tactics. Maybe they want to push it into some kind of airspace where they've set up SAM systems just to ambush you. They will work in close conjunction with each other, so different assets, depending on their level of organization and discipline, will work with along with each other in order to complete some kind of task. So very nasty units, very nasty enemy units. Some of them over here in the 433 Falcon BMS. So you have to always be on the lookout for these kind of cunning tactics and try to avoid. Always get the pictures and make
Sting
sure
3-1, Chalice 1, pictures multiple groups. Nearest bandit bearing 050, 50 miles, 15,000.
Okay, 50 miles, 050. I don't believe that's the actual group, because it's 50 miles, the same distance from us, but it's towards the southeast, so that might be another group.
Sting 3, Chalice 1, be advised hostile launch activity detected, bullseye 060, 120 miles.
Okay, east of Bullseye, 120 miles, and that's very close to our general area. Also, we're keeping pretty good altitude here, and we have mountainous terrain. Just going to make up a little bit above for AGL, above ground level. So we also want to stay cautious of that. And I saw it was about 10 something, I think 11,000 is the minimum safe altitude. So it's safe to assume that they're using this altitude for a safe terrain separation. And also assuming that they have SAM systems right on top of those mountains. So you want to subtract 11,000 from our current 34,000. You end up with 23,000 above ground level. This is your
Sting 3, Chalice 1, be advised hostile launch activity detected, bullseye 060, 120 miles.
So this is your safe escape altitude, assuming of course they have SAM on top of those mountains.
Sting 3-1, Chalice 1, contact confirmed hostile, ID is J22.
Okay, J22, this is probably one of the big ones. The closer guy is 15,000 is code currently.
Sting 3-1, Chalice 1, contact confirmed hostile, ID is Gallop.
Gallop, this is absolutely no threat to us, so we're sorting ground moving targets. Let's see if we have any returns. We're nicely zeroed in on steer 4 over here, and steer 5 is safe to go there as well. I'm not seeing any ground movers at this point. Let's reference those guys, see what those are.
Sting 3-1, Chalice 1, contact is friendly.
Okay, those are friendly.
Sting 3, Chalice 1, be advised hostile launch activity detected, bullseye 060, 120 miles.
Okay, I have something here. This is something that definitely bothers me.
Sting 3-1, Chalice 1, contact confirmed hostile, ID is...
Okay, confirm hostile, and they're actually traversing the mountains. Oh yes, baby. Oh yes. So I'm ready my number 2. Go after my data link.
2, Wilco.
Is okay. He's off. We have laser engagement, everything. Oh yeah, baby. So those are rocket artilleries. I can tell because I know those are rocket artillery silhouettes, and you have some launches there. I want to make sure we stay slightly lower so we're not bothered by those cloud layers, high altitude cloud layers. We also want to make sure. So we're going to be mixing up here with bandits. We want to stay high enough so that we can defend. We also
Sting 3, Chalice 1, be advised, hostiles bearing 360, 25 miles, 15,000.
okay, 15,000 hostiles. Those guys have climbed slightly. I see armor there. I definitely want to engage this armor. I'm keeping track of it. I'm always also almost in a range, so we're going to be
Sting
switching.
3-1, Chalice 1, pictures multiple groups. Nearest bandit bearing 355, 25 miles, 15,000.
We're switching constantly between air to ground and air to air modes, just to make it on our own as best as we can. We can't rely 100% on escort. That's paveway incoming south. That's very important. We're going to be supporting the bombs while making a right arc, or not a right arc, but southerly arc towards Greek airspace. This is where we want to go in case we're chased by bandits, because we have SAM batteries there, Patriot batteries there covering the skies. So number 2 is paveway, 9 paveway, hopefully not engaging the
Sting
same
3,
target.
Chalice 1, be advised, hostiles bearing 345, 25 miles, 15,000.
miles. They're keeping their separation. I know they're 25 miles, and with the munitions they have, they're not going to be able to cover that distance. Of course, I'm constantly keeping that AWACS, updates, just to make sure where they are. We're blind on them at this point, but it's perfectly okay because we're guiding a bomb towards the target. We're jumping in and out of the different modes. And of course, very important to sort targets with number 2 to make sure we're not dropping a bomb on the same tank. And it's a hit. There we go. We got some more movers there. Another tank. I'm gonna sort the movers. Those are my higher priority. Guys that are standing still are easier targets and are easier to find. There we go. There's a tank there.
Sting 3, Chalice 1, be advised, hostiles bearing 340, 35 miles, 15,000.
To make sure those are not friendly.
Sting 3-1, Chalice 1, contact confirmed hostile. ID is...
Okay, it's a hostile. I want to make sure I keep an eye on that barometric altimeter, as cause it subtract 11,000 from it. Right now I'm at 27, actually 17, not 27. That's a paveway. I want to keep this picture. 17 is good. I want to stay above 10,000.
Sting 3-1, Chalice 1, pictures multiple groups. Nearest bandit bearing 345, 35 miles, 15,000.
35 miles. So those guys are separating. Keep fuel always in check. 10.4 currently. This is what you want to do in CAS. Stay at your station area as long as you can, because you're going to be communicating with ground troops and they rely on you. Pretty
Sting 3, Chalice 1, be advised, hostiles bearing 345, 35 miles, 15,000.
Yeah, so pretty textbook CAS missions we're doing here, and we're also if you're flying with another human pilot, it's also good to communicate with each other and also announce your weapon releases. Keep your fuel balance in check. Keep your situational awareness. Always keep an eye outside. Don't fixate on your avionics. Just keep an eye for launches, and that's not a good hit. And we have some tanks. Just want to make sure. There we go. We have some more guys traversing the hills. Now, they have no problem whatsoever with traveling off-road, which makes it all the more difficult for us because them using the okay, way too low on this one. I want to make sure.
Sting 3, Chalice 1, be advised, hostiles bearing 030, 15 miles, 8,000.
15 miles, 8,000. I'm going to switch to those guys pretty soon. One more picture, one more paveway.
Sting 3-1, Chalice 1, pictures multiple groups. Nearest bandit bearing 350, 40 miles, 15,000.
Alrighty, so that's another payway there, and they're also moving some engineering equipment forward, probably to clear any minefields there. It might be existing. Okay, those were good splashes. Those were my number 2 splashes, so I know I have a reference point to what he's looking at and what he's engaging. And communication between flight fleet and wingman is also of a top importance. It's not applicable when you're flying with AI 100%, but it's very important.
Sting 3, Chalice 1, be advised hostile launch activity detected, bullseye 060, 140 miles.
Okay, this is good, and yeah, I was talking about those choke points there on the hills. Very easy to choke an entire battalion, but those guys are avoiding being choked there on those roads. So good for them definitely. And it's gonna be another hit, and we're just staying on a prowl there. This is engineering equipment. We're not interested in that, and it's definitely a tank. All those tanks coming off the mountains and moving south are threats, so that automatically makes them my top priority. I want to make sure keep track of the altitude, as I've told you. Now we're about 27, subtract 11,000, and we're at 20. We're at 16,000 AGL. So this puts us above any
Sting 3, Chalice 1, be advised hostiles bearing 170, 10 miles, 4,000.
This puts us above any manpad range. Now those guys are getting cocky and getting closer.
Sting 3-1, Chalice 1, pictures multiple groups. Nearest bandit bearing 340, 16 miles, 15,000.
That's not a paved way. And we're also keeping track of our munitions. Got 4 on board. This thing's guiding just perfectly. And get another picture.
Sting 3-1, Chalice 1, pictures multiple groups. Nearest bandit bearing 340, 16 miles, 15,000.
60 or 16. So if this guy's 16, he's pretty close. Let's get his altitude again.
Sting 3-1, Chalice 1, pictures multiple groups. Nearest bandit bearing 340, 50 miles, 15,000.
Okay, 50 miles, yeah. So 50 is way ahead. So 27,000,
Sting 3, Chalice 1, be advised hostiles bearing 155, 15 miles, 5,000.
Okay, that was a good hit on number 2's bombs. Let me see if I can reroute my bomb nice and slow.
Gateway.
Okay, this is gonna be definitely... Okay, this is gonna be a miss, but I'm okay with it. I saw number 2 bomb or somebody else's bombs. Remember, we have 2 more Hornets. It makes things a lot more complicated to sort targets. But we have 2 more Hornets operating in our area, and probably dropping bombs in the same troop formation. So this makes things very interesting. So I want to make sure I turn around, put a little bit separation, so I have time to sort targets. This is an absolute 101 cast there. We're orbiting around the target, just dominating this piece of airspace at this time, and dropping bombs on target. Now, a very interesting thing I noticed.
Sting 3, Chalice 1, be advised hostiles bearing 145, 20 miles, 7,000.
145, make sure switch there. It should be 20 miles at 7,000. Well, it's not popping up. Well, there we go. Have some context there. Make sure sort those guys out.
Sting 3-1, Chalice 1, contact is friendly.
It's a friendly. I have 4 more right there. Come on. Okay, this guy's not gonna pop. The nearest one is right there at 7,000. Just gonna do his stuff. I know this, so I can separate from target just a little bit. I saw this guy over here. This guy 10 miles on the nose is friendly. So I'm not concerned with this guy at all. Yeah, those are the horns. So our squadron bodies have actually arrived on station. This is always good to see.
Sting 3, Chalice 1. Be advised, hostile launch activity detected. Bullseye 060, 140 miles.
I want to make sure we wheel around a little bit just to make sure we get nice and clear picture of any possible threats there.
Flare.
Okay, there we go, and you can see very distinct contacts there. So I want to make sure I sort those guys out, and if I'm not mistaken, that should be the armor. Yeah, this is an armor, definitely. We also have some guys moving. Those are further south, and that's an engineering equipment. I don't want to be dropping bombs and on cranes. Okay, this is
Sting 3, Chalice 1. Be advised, hostile launch activity detected. Bullseye 055, 140 miles.
that's a paveway.
Paveway.
I just managed to squeeze this one here just at max range. Yeah, we're pretty much doing this, and once we actually are 5 or 10 minutes from going RTB, we're gonna call another flight in to take our place to relieve us and continue doing what we are doing. So 24/7 close air support is what Blue Forces are getting from us. This is how I see close air support. Always be on station, always be ready to deliver ordnance, and it's going to be a hit. Hopefully, yes, it's a good hit. This guy was pretty stationary, and we're seeing boarding vehicles all over the place, which means one thing, that we are
Sting 3, Chalice 1. Be advised, hostile launch activity detected. Bullseye 055, 140 miles.
We are doing pretty darn well. I'm going to separate again. I'm keeping an eye on 2 waypoints at the same time. I'm going to make sure 2 is doing his duties.
2, Wilco.
I'm keeping an eye on 2 waypoints at the same time. It's waypoints 4 and 5. Also want to make sure visually that we don't have any movement indications. Those guys near the road there. So very impressed with the enemy as far as them using off-road movement tactics. They're a lot harder to find, but we also have the sensors that allow us to pick their IR signature. So even they're off-road and even they're optically camouflaged.
Sting 3, Chalice 1. Be advised, hostiles bearing 325, 30 miles, 5,000.
We can actually see them through their IR signature. So nevertheless, very good move. I would actually make the same move probably if I were them, just to make sure to conceal my movements. So always have give credit to the troops there. They're doing the best they can, but pretty much at this point, with those modern airplanes, they are screwed, unfortunately. I'm not picking any, just make sure center the antenna there. I'm not picking any movers, which is good. So this means they're probably stationary, and sure enough, there they are, nice and stationary there. We have some guys over there. Okay, that's something I didn't want to do. So now, once they become stationary, they're gonna disappear from your radar, but it doesn't mean they're not there.
Sting 3, Chalice 1, be advised, hostiles bearing 330, 30 miles, 5,000.
They just stopped moving. This is gonna be the drop point from our next bomb there. That's gonna be one more paveway. I'm gonna drop it right between those guns, and those are artillery cannons, so you can kind of see through the TGP what the plan of action of the enemy is. They went to a certain distance. When they traversed the hills, they got hit by us heavily. They were running the risk of stretching their supply lines and their reinforcement lines too thin. So they didn't want to do that. They stopped. There was a tactical hold. They pulled out their guns.
Sting 3, Chalice 1, be advised, hostiles bearing 160, 20 miles, 3,000.
They pulled out their guns. Okay, this is where I'm heading next. They pulled out their guns just to provide some cover for our stationary friendlies, so they can wait for the reinforcements and continue their movement south. So all of those are tactics, are absolutely valid tactics. And I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with those guys.
Sting 3-1, Chalice 1, pictures multiple groups. Nearest bandit bearing 335, 50 miles, 15,000.
Okay, 50 miles, and this is the region we're heading. You can see we're getting heavy hits. Now those all those rocket artillery are absolutely valid targets. They're high threat targets. Those are probably Smerch or Grot, multi-rail launch systems.
Sting 3, Chalice 1, be advised, hostiles bearing 325, 20 miles, 5,000.
Make sure I also don't drop too much, and this guy got hit. So focusing on this region here. That's another paveway, and hopefully we can actually make this target. If not, well, we're pretty much screwed. Waste another bomb. So hopefully nobody targets this guy I'm targeting here. And this lack of communication is really very annoying. Because oh yeah, this guy got hit. Yeah, alright. So let me see if I can walk this thing. I'm gonna walk it very slowly. Don't drop the laser pointer. Up over along this canyon, and I'm not seeing any targets there. So I'm basically walking the bomb, and no targets whatsoever.
Sting 3, Chalice 1, be advised, hostiles bearing 335, 10 miles, 6,000.
Put this thing over here. I'm gonna slave it to the radar back again, and this thing's gonna hit the hill. Right now it's masking, it's not even blazing. But we got another miss, and that's not good for for the hit ratio, but it's okay. We're 8.4 as far as view. Let me get
Sting 3-1, Chalice 1, pictures multiple groups. Nearest bandit bearing 340, 50 miles, 15,000.
Okay,
2, fuel state 10-1.
10-1, okay, that's pretty good. I got one more bomb left though. So it's gonna be my last bomb, and I'm egressing directly to the west. So I want to make sure I'm staying below 23 to 25,000. So now I'm safe from man pass there. And this bogey is actually a friendly, and it's number 2.
Sting 3, Chalice 1, be advised, hostiles bearing 185, 30 miles, 3,000.
Okay, so we got them to stop their movement, and I'm seeing some launches over there on the hill, so we got them to stop their movement. And not only that, but we managed to score some good hits. Let's see if this guy is enemy.
Sting 3-1, Chalice 1, contact confirmed hostile. ID is...
Okay, so confirm hostile there. It's a bridge. It's a bridge. I'll make sure we go back to target. Or make sure go back to this target there.
Sting 3-1, Chalice 1, contact is friendly.
It's a friendly, sure. Yes, so we managed to actually...
Sting 3-1, Chalice 1, contact confirmed hostile. ID is...
okay, I don't like this. Come on, make up your mind, man. Come on.
Sting 3, Chalice 1, be advised, hostiles bearing 3, 2, 5, 10 miles, 8,000. Sting 3-1, Chalice 1, contact confirmed hostile. ID is...
It pops up as hostile.
Anyway.
I'll make sure I don't actually do something stupid here and drop a bomb on friendlies. This looks like T-62, I would guess. But I have to be absolutely certain it's a T-62 tank over here. So this is what cast guys have to go over every day. Have to make sure you
Sting
have good
3-1,
ID.
Chalice 1, pictures multiple groups. Nearest bandit bearing 3, 4, 5, 16 miles, 15,000.
Chaff flare.
Yeah, 60 miles are near those guys, and we pretty much have other flights operating this area, except for the Hornets, so they're taking care of it. So now, different perspective from this guy. Just want to make sure this is. I wouldn't say that's 100% certain T-62
Sting
tank.
3, Chalice 1, be advised, hostiles bearing 0, 3, 5, 10 miles, 7,000. Sting 3-1, Chalice 1, contact is friendly.
Okay, it's a friendly. There we go. Right on the hill there. It's a friendly. Those guys are not shooting at each other. They have a clean line of sight. So I don't know what actually those guys are up to.
Sting 3-1, Chalice 1, contact confirmed hostile. ID is...
It's a confirmed hostile. Yeah, but I'm not sure. I'm the pilot in command. I decide to drop the bomb or not. And I'm just not sure. This could be a friendly tank. This could be an M48. I don't have a good details on him, and I'm not going to engage him. He could be an enemy, eventually turn out to be an enemy, but I'm not sure if this is a friendly or an enemy, and I'm not going to engage him. So this is my call. I'd much rather not kill a friendly that...
Sting 3, Chalice 1, be advised, hostiles bearing 020, 15 miles, 5,000.
Than actually drop bombs indiscriminately. So this guy, I'm just not absolutely not 100% sure of my target. So this guy's shooter, and you have to do this. This guy was also a shooter. So those guys, yeah, they're definitely engaging somebody. That's a friendly. I thought it was a friendly, yes. And he's pointing in what direction? He's pointing east. So yeah, it looks like a friendly attitude. Again, no clear outlines, no clear details. Those guys, it's not enough to qualify it as an enemy. Make sure I turn here.
Sting 3, Chalice 1, be advised, hostiles bearing 3, 4, 5, 10 miles, 5,000.
Keep an eye on the altitude. Keep an eye on the roll. We're very near a bingo here. One more declare.
Sting 3-1, Chalice 1, contact is outlaw.
He's an outlaw. Alright. This with the external fuel tanks looks like much more T-62. Tank. That's our paved way.
Caution. Caution.
Alright. Switch cats around. I have number 2 rejoin. If he didn't expand all his bombs, so
Sting 3-2 on my way.
looks like this guy's being hit actually. This guy has been hit. Let me see if I can walk this bomb again to something
Sting
different.
3, Sting 3-2. I've got a good angle on him.
Yeah, we pretty much lost this bomb, it's safe to say. Good angle on that doesn't sound good. It's probably a bandit. Here's somewhere.
Sting 3-1, Chalice 1, pictures multiple groups. Nearest bandit bearing 295, 50 miles, 17,000.
295, 50 miles. So I'm assuming he doesn't have a perfect coverage over here. The airwags, all those mountains around. Again, bandits could be masking around those hills. So we have number 2 rejoin. We're heading west, and
Sting 3-2 on my way.
having our other guys come over here and continue doing what we were doing, and just provide constant air support there. Now for our next mission, probably gonna I don't know, probably gonna focus over those.
Sting 3, Chalice 1, be advised, hostiles bearing 080, 5 miles, 5,000.
Chaff flare.
Guys behind me, 5,000.
Chaff flare.
I'm not sure if he's talking about ground movers. He's talking about bandits.
Chaff flare.
Let's just keep it moving. That's number 2. Very nice on the rejoin. Yeah, pretty much have some tripwire right where I would expect it to be, over here to the northwest. Well, those guys are making some moves into Albania, and we have this huge wall of bogies there.
Sting 2, in position.
I'll make sure those are, well, those guys are.
Sting 3-1, Chalice 1, contact confirmed hostile.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, those guys are hostile, and they're going straight for the intercept.
Sting 3, Chalice 1, be advised, hostiles bearing 285, 35 miles, 17,000.
Absolutely, absolutely. Locked up on those. Want to make sure this group, if those groups are friendlies, we're not even going to bother.
Sting 3-1, Chalice 1, contact confirmed hostile.
I want to make sure those are not hostile. Those are hostile. We're
Sting 3-1, Chalice 1, contact is friendly.
Okay, it's a friendly. We have 20,000, 35 miles hot on us friendlies. It looks like they're going to be engaged at some point there. Exactly, those are going for the intercept, and those guys are definitely going for the intercept. So I want to make sure, since we don't have actually friendlies on comms, we cannot warn them.
Sting 3-1, Chalice 1, contact is outlaw.
These guys are out, and they're closer. They're probably 5 miles out on their hills. Looks like 20 knots, yeah. So those guys are pretty oblivious.
Sting 3, Chalice 1, be advised, hostiles bearing 275, 25 miles, 18,000.
Got him, yes. Actually 23,000. I want to make sure I squeeze a shot of those guys just to keep them all tail friendlies. Absolutely target fixated. They're moving into close range. Because close range missiles is all they have. I'll make sure we go a little bit closer than that, and now squeeze this missile off. Okay, there they are. Make sure don't get furball with them. Definitely not. Very bad idea. Pitbull there.
Lock.
And there's gonna be Fox 2 on this guy.
Lock.
Okay, this one is definitely defending. Another Fox 2 on him.
Chaff flare.
Keeping a good eye on him. That's one splash there.
Sting 3, Chalice 1, be advised, hostiles bearing 280, 15 miles, 18,000.
Second splash. Make sure to keep my eyes around. Looking around. This guy is turning hot. Keep always
Lock.
watch the fuel and dealing this target to number 2 and he engages,
2,
hopefully.
Wilco.
Yeah, hit him, man, come on. He's scoped, but he's right where he should be, and there's the missile flying for him. And splash, good. So those other guys are
Sting 3-1, Chalice 1, contact confirmed hostile.
yeah, it's those are launchers. Very, very bad, very bad. Now I want to make sure we pick some speed. Again, reference the Greek airspace, because those guys are going to intercept us. Keep this picture just in case, but
Sting 3-1, Chalice 1, pictures multiple groups. Nearest bandit bearing 285, 5 miles, 16,000.
5 miles, very, very
Sting
bad.
3, Chalice 1, be advised, hostiles bearing 320, 30 miles, 18,000.
Su-25s, alright, this is a very, very bad
Altitude.
day in the
Altitude.
office. If you get engaged by those Su-25s. We have some kind of launches. No, someone dropping bombs. We have friendly flights operating there, and we have enemy flights intermixed with them. Those are KLAPs or SU-25 or probably both. So I'll make sure I go there, pick some speed up, continue building this picture. Number 2, I want to make sure number 2 didn't hit the ground, or he didn't hit the ground.
Sting 3-2, on my way.
Okay, this is good.
Cap flare.
And have no tally in those gallops. I want to make sure they're not behind me. And
Sting 3,
yeah.
Chalice 1, be advised, hostiles bearing 305, 15 miles, 16,000.
Good splash, and this guy's definitely getting his. So they're preoccupied there. Those are bandits, but they have some work on their hands, definitely evading those blue missiles. And you can see actually a lot of gallops there, and I believe Su-25s, yeah, that's what those guys are. So we're gonna try to skirt over here the Greek border, or not skirt the Greek border, but be as close as we can to the Greek border, because I know we have alternates there, and we have Patriot cover there. We're doing good on fuel, 7,000. We should trap the boat with Leo tanks. Okay, managed to back. I managed to back, I would say, one bandit, yeah, and it was MiG-29, nevertheless.
Sting 3, Chalice 1, be advised, hostiles bearing 350, 20 miles, 18,000.
20 miles, yeah, I can see those guys. I can see those guys. I can see what he was talking about. So this right over here near the coastline is definitely an attack squadron base. If friendlies want to breathe a little bit easier, they might consider actually taking this base out. They also have another base over there to the north of this one, just across this lake. I'm gonna do some recon and probably schedule some Oka strikes on those bases, because they were giving us hints that they're not gonna keep their airplanes in the bunkers. They're gonna take them out. They're gonna try to do something with them. Alrighty, pretty good.
Sting 3, Chalice 1, be advised, hostiles bearing 005, 30 miles, 18,000.
I want to get this picture, make sure 2 is on the rejoin.
Sting 3-1, Chalice 1, pictures multiple groups. Nearest bandit bearing 010, 35 miles, 18,000.
Okay, 35 miles, I'd say we're safe, 6.5 on the fuel, and we're feet wet. Okay, this is our trigger to start picking some altitude and getting ready for the approach. About 60 miles, from the carrier's general location, and pretty good. It got a little bit intense there, just because of the of those MiG-29s. Okay, sorry about that. Just because of those MiG-29s there. But they just remind us of their presence, and 29s now, even if those are the alpha models, they're not to be messing. They're not definitely not the jets to be messing with. As you can see, they were trying to those friendlies right there. Were straight going straight east, and what they tried to do, and what the 29s tried to do, is actually intercept them. That's what they do. They're used exclusively in this theater in their intercept role. So they're trying to set up a shot to get nice and close. I shot with I would say medium parameters. It actually turned out to be pretty good parameters, but I was not the maneuvering range of the slammer. But that's exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to take medium to long distance shots just to get the bandit off my friendly's tail, and then the second guy shot 2 heaters at him. And I would like to believe that both heaters actually hit the target. I know the slammer hit the target certainly, and number 2 slammer hit the target. And there was one splash. Second splash was credited to me. So 1 bandit each. Not a bad day. Not a bad day at work at all. As you can see now, they're all kind of dissolving there. This enemy force. They were moving. They were pretty, moving off-road, traversing the mountains. They now they held. They held at some point, set up guns out just to cover the perimeter. Pretty impressed. Very adequate tactics just to cover friendlies while they're being stationary, and and while they're waiting for reinforcements and resupply. Very good ground tactics. I don't know. I heard that ground tactics have actually changed in 433 BMS, but now I can actually see this. I don't know if the developers had this in mind, those tactical maneuvers for ground units, but it certainly came out to be pretty good. Pretty adequate, pretty good, because you don't want troops really moving all over the map, doing disorganized things. It's much more pleasurable when actually ground units are moving in a composed, directed and disciplined fashion, and are completing some sensible orders and sensible maneuvers that actually make sense, that actually are good. So very happy with the ground war, with how troop modeling is performed here. Alright, so it's about 20 miles to the tanker. I'm going to try to I'm going fan south. I actually went fan south a while back. Just about 15 miles after feet wet. And those should be Tomcats here. Yep.
Sting 3-1, Chalice 1, contact is friendly.
Copy that, and want to make sure, and there's the carrier, so we can zero in on this guy. and we can actually follow this case. All switches safe, lights are on. 6.2, we start our descent. I'm feeling pretty confident in this one. I'm gonna actually put the speed brake up to make this deck go to sand. I'm gonna go base and join the pattern straight there. Now all the bows around the carrier are actually structured in a way they actually act as reference points. So referencing your position on one of those escort boats, you know exactly where you are in the pattern. I'm very, very far from being an expert on naval ops, although that's something that certainly sounds interesting to get into. The naval ops, the carrier operations, operating in and out of carriers. Uh, but yeah, that's pretty much uh, pretty cool thing
Altitude.
to
Altitude.
do. I know a few basic things here and there because I've been flying actually land-based aviation for so long that carrier ops something they haven't done. Uh, definitely something to look into. Okay, go back to nav mode. Now this doing this really weird turns. I'm not sure actually he should be doing those weird turns once he has airplanes to recover. But anyway, this is how he's modeled. They're just about 2000 there. Want to make sure we go hook down and gears dropping down. We're keeping the air brake. I want to make this turn. And spoiler goes down, and we're walking the throttle. Start walking the throttle. Start nailing that speed range. Good speed, good ball. Okay, it was a little bit harsh. I thought it was probably number one trap. Oh, we'll make sure we green the deck. And over here, our favorite spot. Wings are folding, brake is on. Start turning this jet off. Start refuel rearm and basically turning it around. Thank you very much for sticking with this mission, guys. So get ready for more. Right, there we are in the debriefing screen. So me and Lieutenant Vivaldi, which we're flying together so frequently with. Great guy, really. Great piece of AI character. Anyway, so our mission was success. O and O. So my two heroes hit, as just as I suspected, and got me this MiG-29. The first one I damaged, as you very clearly saw, and number two actually. Number two wasn't credited with a kill, so that must be actually a slammer from some of the Hornets that were intercepted. Okay, good. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I got 3 misses on those paveways, but I knew that was gonna be like this. Pretty much when the targets become invalid, you can always just veer the laser away. Just point the laser away, and you're not gonna hit whatever you were aiming at. This is the beauty of laser guided bombs and missiles, really. can actually mid-flight you can retarget or cancel your engagement. Now this went good. What I would like to do, since we have some kind of development here, probably, well, not so much, but uh, we we have our guys probably moving north a little bit. Yes. Um, so we have some kind of yeah. So we have some kind of armor battalions here. Definitely want to put at least 3 flights over here, just to make sure we continue this coverage. So I'm gonna have one, you know, at the very least one flight doing regular close air support over these guys here. Uh, yeah, that's pretty much it. Just a quick reference here to make sure we know what we're after. We have 2 M84 tanks show up as enemy. So those are not the 62, those are actually M84s. We have the SA-13. Actually, the main force is 2 S-19s, or self-propelled artillery, almost at full supply there. So that's definitely something we would like to take care of. We have this Type 62 and Type 80. We have ZSU there, so that's regular air defense unit. Those are mechanized battalions, and they have a clear orders of capturing the Debar village. Now they're heavily outnumbered. I'm not sure if they're aware of actually being outnumbered, but this is good. Now what I'm noticing here, this is the Gallop. No, actually it's the Su-25. Yeah, I was right. I thought it was for Su-25s, and I was pretty bang on. Those are the Su-25s actually took off from that base, as you saw them, and they're now way over here to the north. I'm actually wondering what those guys are doing. So there aren't any CAS operations going on here to the north, so what they might be doing might be repositioning their squadrons and actually pretty much clearing all those air bases, which is good for us because so we know we have less enemy air to worry about. So this is pretty much, yeah, this could very well, no, it's probably this was the air base it took off from, right over here in this city. As you can see, it's pretty much friendlies are knocking on the door of those 2 air bases. So this is probably why they I'm pretty sure low on supply, low on fuel, low on weapons. They retreated towards the north. Once again, very impressive with how this AI thinks in a tactical way. Okay, guys, so we're going to be continuing with at least 1 or maybe 2 CAS flights here, and probably 1 interdiction flight here all over on the border post, just to lay the groundwork for friendlies moving across the border. Stay tuned, guys, and you've been great. Thank you so much for watching.